Hello, 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 it's Dolly. Welcome to my channel, Scrappin' on the Go. And it's Friday, which means it's Mixed Media Frenzy Day with Krista, Kathy, Ronnie, Sue, Scrappy Sisters, and Happy Kathy and myself. And each Friday we scrap lift a layout or a sketch. And this is the layout we are scrap lifting this Friday. And here are the products in the photograph that I am going to document. So I'm going to briefly show you everything that I plan on using and some more. I do bring in some more products. And my main focus is using the Nuva Embellishing Mousse. And I have a couple of Vicki Boutin crayons, I have a stamp, and I have that feather stencil. And my 12 by 12 paper is mixed media paper. I'm taking a baby white and using lemon sherbet Nuva Embellishing Mousse, and I am just applying that mousse through the stencil using a baby wipe. This feather stencil is from Crafters Workshop. Isn't that yellow beautiful? Now I'm going to move on to using a blue metallic color Nuva Embellishing Mousse, and the label is missing off the bottom, so I can't tell you the name. Now I do get out my hard bristle brush for this particular feather because the baby wipe wasn't getting into those little tiny small areas. And then the next color that I use is Sea Spray Green. And you can tell the difference in all the colors right now to the right. And that blue, see that pretty blue on the upper right corner? Then the lemon is in the middle, and then that Sea Spray Green is in the lower. Now I'm getting out my Stays On ink in Dark Cherry and Winter Green, and I'm using this Dream Catcher, real small Dream Catcher stamp that I got at Michael's years ago in the dollar bin, and I removed it off the wood block. It just allows me to manipulate that stamp better, and as you can tell, I use both those colors, and didn't that turn out beautiful? I love it, I love it, I love it. Now this next stamp set that I'm using is from Picket Fence Studios, and it's DH100, and I'm using my archival black ink, and I'm using the archival ink because I'm going to use the Vicki Boutin crayons to bring in that watercolor look. All right, isn't that pretty? And then in that same stamp set is the word phrase that I will use. That's called Live Wild and Free, and I do the tri-color of that cherry and winter green from Stays On. Now I have scribbled out that crayon, the crayon from Vicki Boutin, and watered it down with a spray bottle. And I am using a number 12 round brush and applying the Vicki Boutin crayons. Now, when you water the crayons down, you start losing the pigment. And that means the color of it. It lightens up. But you can keep applying over it to bring back the brightness of that pigment. Now, I watered my pigment quite a bit because I wanted a softer look. And because I worked with these watercolors in the past, I know right now it looks kind of bright, but I also know from working with the watercolors in the past that it will lighten up. And that pretty much applies with any type of pigment ink, acrylic paint. If you water it down, it's not going to be as bright. All right, so that's just a little tip there. So you have to play with your mixed media to get a feel of it, because when it dries, it changes unless you're using it in its original state. Then the pigment will stay whatever color you see until you start watering it down. I hope that made sense. I'm just trying to give you guys tips when you get out your mixed media and play with it. All right, I brought back the sketch in the upper left-hand corner to show you that it has splatters in sequence, but I do not use any sequence on this layout. But I do follow the watercolor feel, the feathers in it, and some of the splatters. And this yellow splatter is called Butter from Heidi Swapp. All right, now it's time to add my embellishments. I have this metal piece here, and as you can tell, I can manipulate it. It's got like little flowers on it. And I secure that metal piece down using glossy accent. Now I'm bringing in my clear embellishment stickers, and I picked those up a while back from Hobby Lobby's because I knew I wanted to incorporate the Indian feel because my father is half Indian. And so anyway, that's why I have those stickers. And yes, the tone is a brown, but I think it works. Now I'm bringing in these alpha stickers to spell out the word relax, because my dad loves to fish because that is his de-stressor. It's very relaxing, and especially when you have the beautiful view of the mountains of Oregon along the Deschutes River. So anyway, that I do miss those sceneries back in the day. All right, back to my layout. All right, you can see I'm creating a cluster in the upper right-hand corner of the photograph. I've got that large cluster in the lower right-hand corner, and then I brought an embellishment over to the left. All right, before I forget it, I will have all the ladies' links to their channel listed below so that you can see their take on this layout that we are scrap lifting. Here are the close-ups. You can see the shininess of the mousse and the texture. I appreciate you all. Get out your products, play with them, create some beautiful layouts, and give us a thumbs up. That helps bring traffic to our channel and keep coming back. We'll see you next time. Bye.